It's another anniversary, and I'm going to put on makeup today. So while I'm talking, I'm just going to put some face powder, talk. I'm feeling kind of shaky and upset. And I figured a lot of times people talk about their problems. And I've listened to coaches and relationship coaches, and early on, my video was about a narcissist. And if you've heard about narcissists, you've probably got the whole story. But not all narcissists are the same. Some are more extreme than the others. So I'm going to put some makeup on. Just to make myself feel better. And so April 17th, 2022 is when he ghosted me. And I was in shock. And I found some stuff of his still in the bottom of the sink. Just some towels that he left. And I don't know why it was there. It was just way back in the back of the, underneath the sink. I just didn't want it to be there. So, if I pull my hair out of this bun, it'll be a disaster. It'll be something to cry about. So I'm just going to leave it alone from now. So what he did is he kissed me and said he loved me. And that was the last I seen him. And, I was, I probably lost about 60 or 70 pounds since that point. So he hasn't really seen me since that point. And that's okay. I don't want him back or anything. So just hear me out. It was dealing with a narcissist that really was troubling. I didn't know anything about it. I didn't have an education. I didn't know anything. I didn't know anything about the verbiage, gaslighting. I didn't know any of this, the communication that I was used to is just, okay, honey, dumbfounded by the whole experience. This is too dark. So, every person who's ever been through something like that, you could call yourself a victim, or do you call yourself a willing participant? I don't know. I never really got that far because, I had counseling and then they cut me off of that because they said that there's only so much they can do. Oh well. So I did my counseling, and it's very hard to explain the feelings I felt today when I was holding that towel. I'm going to put my hair down, so if you freak out, then that's all. So what really rocked my world, let me pop on. What really rocked my world is that I was walking away from my Christian faith, and I was listening to him too much. And that really was the hardest thing I had going on, because I was really into my walk with the Lord. And he came along and he really like caused me to think differently about things. And my faith went totally a different direction. Like he became like a demigod. And I don't mean to say that like he was a demigod, but that's kind of like what happened. Oh, doesn't look bad. I was caught in the rain, so let me just fix it a little bit. All right, so it's not too bad. I thought it was going to be a nightmare. So he's not a Christian, he's a liberal. And he was going on his liberal sites. And clearly we had nothing in common. Clearly we had problems. And it scares me that he was in my home to begin with. And he ghosted me, and then he came back. Because I guess ghosting, you have to be like gone for good. So he showed up again. And this time I was all giddy about it. I was like, oh yeah, oh, he's back, you know. And I really was in a different mental state. So being in a different mental state is what I believe was the psychosis. And I got help for it because I needed it. I knew I was in a lot of trouble because I was taking him back after what he had already done. And what I've learned about narcissists is a narcissist, no matter what you ever say about a narcissist, you could love a narcissist, they are dangerous, and it is lethal, and it will bring you to destruction. And I'm here to tell you, after a year, and I could feel the vibe, and I needed to get online and talk about it to tell you that it will wreck your faith, it'll wreck your life, it'll wreck everything. And thank you for taking a few minutes to listen to this video, because I hope somebody out there has been there and can agree with me that you do not ever want to go back. After a year of this, I look at all the changes I made. I do this deliberately because of him, because of what he did to me. And I hope you do the same thing when you leave your narcissist, if you are in that situation. So I'm going to sign off from here. Thank you for watching, and God bless.